Inside Stalag Luft III, more than 200 prisoners hoped this would be their last night of captivity. A British prisoner, Johnny Bull, breached the tunnel at 10:30, only to find he was a few feet short of the trees and only 30 yards from a watchtower. He crawled into the cover of darkness, then motioned for the next in line. But this was going to be a time-consuming exercise. By 4:50 the next morning, only 76 men had made their escape. Then, a miscommunication led the 77th man to emerge right at the feet of a German guard. The Great Escape, years in the planning, was over. Within a week, all but 3 of the POWs were recaptured. But making it home wasn't the only measure of success. 1.5 million Germans were mobilized to hunt the escapees. Hitler's war plans had been significantly undermined.
Certainly the Great Escape made such an impact on the German resources that it reached Hitler. And he said, enough of this stuff. Shoot them.
And it was Goering who apparently stepped in the middle of that and said, you know, we just can't do that. That'll be an international scandal. And based on that, Hitler backed off and he said, well, okay then, shoot 50%. And I always thought it was ironic, just the way history works out, that some clerk or somebody dropped the percent.
The mistake led the Gestapo to shoot 50 prisoners rather than the 37 ordered by Hitler. Nazi leaders claimed the prisoners were shot resisting arrest. The commandant at Stalag Luft III was challenged by British officers.
You say 50 were shot while attempting to escape. Well, how many were injured? And I thought that's a pretty clever question. There wasn't a damn one injured. They just shot them, murdered them. That was it.
What followed was an astonishing act of contrition. The German commandant was appalled by this Nazi brutality. He allowed prisoners outside the wire to build this memorial to their fallen comrades. The Great Escape ended tragically, but it strengthened the resolve of the Americans who remained. Their number had grown to more than 7,000, and they weren't about to give up.